Hello and welcome to the newsroom on your most credible, independent and fearless journalism news portal. My name is Faustina Safo. JoyNews is live on Go TV channel 421 and DSTV channel 125. Now we're around the world at myjoyonline.com, so you can watch us live as well on your digital TV set as well, because we are free to air. Coming up this afternoon, NDC flag bearer hopeful Dr. Duffour optimistic the party will annex improved electoral fortunes in the Ashanti region in the 2024 general elections. We have more as he wraps up his tour of what is otherwise known as MPP's stronghold. Over 2,000 Ghanaians said to be living with cataract, with doctors very much concerned about the lack of specialists to conduct the needed surgeries for patients in the wake of the increase in numbers. We have details as hundreds undergo free surgeries in the Upper West region. And the police post built for the Union community in 2020 yet to be commissioned, leaving police officers to operate under a tree and their car boots. We have more as community leaders appeal to the IGP to ensure the immediate operationalization of the newly built facility. In business, investors reacting to financial performance of banks listed on the Ghana Stock Exchange. We have details. In world news, 8 people killed by a gunman in Texas mall shooting, and Black Sheriff has been crowned Artist of the Year for the 2023 Vodafone Ghana Music Awards. Stay for details of all these stories and more coming up on the newsroom. Do stay. Thanks for choosing us. Now, the flag bearer hopeful of the National Democratic Congress, Dr. Duffour, is optimistic the party's electoral fortunes in the Ashanti region will improve in 2024 elections. The NDC got about 26% of the votes in the region in the year 2020 presidential elections. Now, though the region remains the stronghold of the ruling party, the NPP, Dr. Duffour believes the NDC has performed better than the ruling government in terms of development in the region.
Of course, our own president has mentioned that we are in crisis. Indeed, we are in crisis. What should we do as a nation? Over the past 10 years, especially the previous 6 years or so, things have been going down. We are preparing to reverse the trend, go and get power. When we were in power, 2009 to 2012, we were able to reverse the trend. When we took over, the economy was not very strong. The city was wobbling, inflation was going down, the growth was going down, and within a year we reversed the trend. By 2011, we had achieved over 14% growth rate, precisely 14.5. Okay. Inflation had gone down so well that for 31 months or so, it was below 9%, about 8.5, 8.6, the average. Okay. When we took over, the city was about 1.21 to $1. For 4 years, it was 1.88 to $1, meaning for the whole 4 years, your city depreciated by 60 pesos. You understand? I believe that when we come back in 2025, we will be able to repeat the good performance we chalked, the success we chalked in 2009-2012.
Well, meanwhile, the former finance minister has also assured that the NDC will rescue the alien economy when it regains power.
Sure, NDC growth for the past, say, 8 years. Ecoso. Ampa Ashanti, voters say it was about 2.5 million.
NDC's growth over the past 8 years have been impressive. Ashanti has over 2.5 million electorates. In 2020, we had about 652,000 and MPP had 1.7 million. In 2024, the NDC votes in Ashanti will increase.
So the problem say 2 million saka rebel.
The people have noticed that if we win the election, we will do better. We met the Sofalai interchange at 15% complete. We increased it to over 80% before Professor Mills died. The Kumewu Water project was done under the NDC. Ashanti region believes the NDC will do better.
60%. So, Kumewu water there. Into Asante see Saka Asante Maya when you want to pay for send Umusu Asante Baba Sri.
Now, some Unio community leaders in the Northeast region are appealing to the Inspector General of Police to commission the newly constructed police station completed in 2020. The police personnel in the community are currently operating under a tree. The officers filed a complaint and undertook other administrative duties under these trees over a period of years, using their car books as a desk to write. The community leaders want the newly built police station to be operationalized. Here's more from Ilyas Otanko.
The Yunyo Naswane district in the Northeast region is one of the areas with inadequate police presence. Created some 6 years ago, the district with a population of over 50,000 can boast of only 14 police personnel. The district still has no police operational center, and personnel who are posted here work under this mango tree located close to the district assembly and the office of the municipal chief executive. Residents confirm that administrative duties by officers are carried out under the tree using their car boots and wooden benches to write. It was also revealed that suspects are mostly transferred into custody in Bunkurugu due to the absence of detention rooms. Sensitive security documents are also kept in private custody, while other properties of the service are kept in a cubicle of a building belonging to the Commission on Human Rights and Administrative Justice. This information was confirmed to JoyNews by the assemblyman of the area, Mampelima Abraham, and some of the officers who pleaded to be anonymous.
Those that are in UU, they are operating under the tree. We just have small cubicles by the tree. And so there is where they keep their records. Even they don't have government motorbike. And so the motorbikes they are able to afford cannot go. And it cannot also carry more than 2 people. So how can they be able to contain a situation?
The assemblyman stated that the low police personnel presence has contributed to the persistent insecurity in the area.
We lack law or anything that is happening. One time I told a friend in Accra that, look, North, we are not violent. I have experienced things, even in academic community, the worstest things. But the fact is that just 5 minutes, the security have taken charge. So it will not go to the worst point. But here we will take over a month or even months reporting the matter, and people are on each other's throat until they can no longer contain or manage the situation. Then it's explode just because we don't have security. So for us all to be in Ghana and contribute our quota to the development of Ghana, there is the need government listen to our cry.
Meanwhile, a new police station built upon the request of the IGP has been left standing for 3 years in the community. The structure was constructed by the District Assembly as part of effort to address the challenge of inadequate police personnel presence. According to the District Assembly, the IGP is here to respond to their request to commission the facility for his men in the district. The assemblyman is therefore leading the community to plead with the IGP to come to their aid.
Yes, we have responded to the demand they had given us. We also expect that government and IGP and all other authority in line with the security, including the the Interior Minister, they should quickly respond to our call so that we have security around, so that we can also get better sleep. If there is any situation, the police can be in their number. They will be able to restore peace. And their presence will always let the people be alert that when you do, the law can work.
Well, the Central Commander of the Ghana Armed Forces has warned its officers against engaging in illegal activities that will negatively affect the image of the force. Chief Operating Officer Colonel Henry Ansah Kofi says the command is ready to investigate and sanction officers found guilty. He spoke at the commissioning of a 20-bedroom accommodation for young soldiers at the complex barracks in Kumasi. Naya Ojima has more in the following report.
In recent times, some allegations of misconduct have been leveled against some military officers. Though efforts have been made to deal with it, the command believes it is about time to step up measures to deal with it. Colonel Henry Ansah Kofi is the Chief Operating Officer of the Central Command.
Let me see this opportunity to admonish our soldiers to desist from any form of illegalities that will bring the name of the Ghana Armed Forces into disrepute. Serious consequences are there for such infractions. When found guilty or culpable for any of these acts, you will be severely sanctioned. And finally, let me take this opportunity once again to highly commend you, the commanding officer, officers, defense, civilian staff of this great unit, for your continued effort in ensuring peace and security in this region, despite the numerous challenges that we are confronted with.
To solve accommodation challenges faced by young soldiers, a facility to accommodate 40 soldiers has been constructed at the complex barracks in Kumasi. The 4th Infantry Battalion was supported by some benevolent individuals and corporate institutions in building the facility. Commanding Officer for the 4BN, Lieutenant Colonel Kwesi Waripepra, says the facility will be beneficial.
This structure was conceived early 2021, and with encouragement from my superiors, serious work have been done till date. It was constructed as part of measures to address accommodation challenges young soldiers face, especially after they pass out from training school. Young soldiers are very dear to commanders at all levels of the military hierarchy as they discharge lots of duties in various units. It is therefore imperative that they are given decent accommodation at all times. This structure, therefore, has been constructed to accommodate at least 40 young soldiers. It comprises of a 20-bedroom self-contained apartment, general kitchen, storerooms, and spacious balconies.
One Member of Parliament for Asokwa constituency, Patricia PJ, is suggesting the adoption of a parliament solely constituted by women to address issues relating to gender equality and women empowerment. Mr. PJ believes that the establishment of an exclusive women parliament, as seen in some countries, will help solicit ideas for gender parity and policies against women discrimination. There's more in the following report.
The Asokwa legislator observed many women in Ghana sparingly abreast themselves of parliamentary proceedings, which he believes hampers progress for women empowerment, economic and social policies for women. Patricia PJ says the institution of the Women Parliament would include representatives from various sectors of the economy to solicit recommendations and concerns to foster gender inclusion. Speaking at a town hall meeting in Kumasi, the lawmaker suggested the women's sitting could be run during Parliament's long recess to afford an opportunity to address gender-related issues.
The other way of looking at this issue is also to, as was done in Argentina, when they go into long recess, they organize parliamentary proceedings exclusively for women. You look at the interest of each of the women, And then they form the different committees and different sectors, and then we bring out the issues, relate, and then they come out with solutions. Like in the youth parliament that has been introduced now. If we have women's parliament, it will develop, it will create awareness, it will develop interest, and also ensure that we progress in whatever we are doing.
Gender parity and women empowerment have been topical issues in Ghana as many advocates push for women participation in political leadership. Parliamentary Network Africa, a civil society parliamentary monitoring organization, established the Gender Advocacy to Parliament in 2022, aimed at the adoption of laws and policies for promotion of social and economic progress of women. Executive Director of Parliamentary Network Africa, Samuel Bing, says the policy would facilitate in changing the gender status quo.
Under no circumstance have we had Parliament since 1960 have women cross the 15% mark, and that's a very big worry. The idea is that how do we all collectively promote even the women who are currently in Parliament, the good work that they are doing, so that people can know that X, Y, and Z, once they were empowered, they were able to have these excellent works going. That encourages other women to be selected. But it goes beyond just, us as citizens. It goes to the political parties. How do the advocacy go to the political parties to ensure that there will be some quota system for women? How do we ensure that there are affirmative action law, which must be passed to allow for some of these things? We have countries like Sierra Leone who in recent times have passed a gender empowerment, act, which ensures that at every level there must be at least 30% representation in there.
The town hall meeting on gender advocacy to Parliament brought together stakeholders in the education, agricultural, health, lifestyle and livelihood support groups to dialogue on women empowerment and advocacy. For many of the women who gathered at the forum, implementation of recommendations and policies for women is much desired. She says we have to be resourced to help address issues facing women in the communities. If we only come here and rant our troubles with nothing being done, then every effort is pointless. For Joy News, Emmanuel Bright Kweku reporting.
Well, about 200,000 people are currently living with cataracts in Ghana. The situation, according to an ophthalmologist, is increasing with inadequate specialists to conduct the necessary surgeries for persons suffering from the disease. Director of a non-profit organization based in the USA, Daybreak Vision Project, Dr. Akwesi Ahmed, made this revelation when he led a team of doctors, nurses, and volunteers, as well as fundraisers, to conduct free cataract surgery for more than 700 people. JoyNews' Upper West Regional Correspondent Rafiq Salam reports from Wa.
The number of persons in the country to have been blinded by cataract in Ghana is estimated to be over 200,000. The disease is therefore arguably the leading cause of blindness in the country. A survey conducted by the Ghana Health Service in collaboration with other development partners between 2015 and 2017 pegged the percentage of cases of persons who became blind as a result of cataract at 54.8. However, cataract is treatable by the ophthalmologists to perform the surgeries to cure it are few in the country, and almost all of them are located in the southern Gulf of the country. Persons who contracted the disease.
Wireless headphones. That'll be $200.
I'll use my Capital One Quicksilver card.
Now that's a hit. You used the Capital One Quicksilver card, which makes you the hero of every purchase. With Quicksilver, you earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase everywhere.
I wanted running music, but unlimited 1.5% cash back is pretty heroic.
Good instincts. Every hero needs a theme song. The Capital One Quicksilver card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
These, based in the northern belt of the country, have to leave their comfort zone and travel to the south in order for them to acquire the services at a huge cost. The poverty level of the people is a major hindrance, as majority cannot shoulder the huge transportation and surgery costs. They rather prefer to stay and live at home with the disease than the consequences. There's however light at the end of the tunnel for them. Daybreak Vision Project, a United States of America-based non-profit organization whose mission is to provide sight-restoring cataract surgeries with funding from Live Vision Technologies, has come to their rescue. Dr. Akwesi Ahmed is the country director and board member of Daybreak Vision Project.
There's a high burden of cataracts. The patients cannot afford. And so what we do is we come in, we screen the patient, we go to the communities, we identify all these patients, we transport them to the surgery center, which in this case is Laura and St. Joseph's and Nandom and the Y Regional. We transport them for free, we do the surgery for free, we give them medication for free, we feed them for free, we accommodate them for free, and then we take them back for free. So the whole idea is that for patients that are blind or they have visual impairment, Daybreak comes in with support from numerous partners, and then we alleviate the problems that our people have.
Co-founder and Chief Executive Officer of Daybreak Vision Project, Dr. John Willen, noted that there is a huge burden of cataract in Ghana, and hence the need for a couple of strategies to be put in place to deal with it.
One, increased awareness among the people that high-quality cataract surgery is available and that it can be a life-changing procedure. The procedure itself takes about 10 minutes, and we can do it at a very low cost. And it's something where, again, overnight, people can regain their sight and be able to get back to providing for themselves and living their lives. And so, as Dr. Ahmed rightly said, there's a huge burden of blindness in Ghana, somewhere around 200,000 people blind from Ghana, and if you expand that to visually impaired, that number increases dramatically.
The team later rolled out of the hospital and had audience with the Upper West Regional Minister, Dr. Hafiz Bin Sali.
Once you lose your sight, you lose almost everything. So for you to put in place measures that will ensure that people regain their sight, people improve upon their sight, is welcome.
The week-long outreach program attracted more than 700 persons to the Upper West Regional and St. Teresa's hospitals, where they had successful surgeries on their eyes.
We took off the patches today, and in fact the patients are excited. We have a patient who was blind and completely blind in one eye because he was hit by an instrument, I think, whilst farming. The other eye also had some scarring. This woman has been in her house for about 6 years. She's not been able to farm, she's not been able to go out. She has one of the children staying with her in the house, and so we took a chance to do it. And today the woman, we took off the patch, she was so excited, she got up dancing. That's the kind of impact. In fact, we have a team of about 25 volunteers from the US. They are supporting us with these surgeries, and the excitement is enormous. We have so many people from outside the region, from Kumasi, that are coming into support. In total, we have over a team of over 50 people that have come to make this a reality.
Some of the beneficiaries shared their thoughts. I was not able to see with both eyes. Thank God after the surgery, I'm not seeing well. I was not able to see before the surgery, but now I'm seeing clearly. We are three standing here, including my son, making fall. It used to appear as if the clouds had formed for the rains to come, but it's not the case now. Equally happy about the services rendered is the medical director of the Upper West Regional Hospital, Dr. Robert Amesia.
So they have come, and the numbers, even though they have not ended the outreach yet, they are almost hitting 500 patients who have had eye problems requiring surgery. So I can say it has been a very successful visit, and many people have benefited from it.
Though the team was not able to break the record of 1,000 surgeries conducted last year in Tamale, deep in their hearts, they are happy with the positive impact they have made in the lives of each of the 700 persons that they perform surgeries on.
Reporting for JoyNews, Rafiq Salam. Wow!
That is not what I want to hear.
Well, let's stay a while longer in the north now. Shea nut, which serves as the main source of livelihood for many rural women in northern Ghana, are said to be having low turnouts. Now, that's because poor weather is said to be affecting the fruiting of the shea trees in parts of the Savannah region, a situation forcing some of the women to cut down the trees for charcoal. Well, JoyNews' Mahmoud Mohammed Nuruddin visited 2 settlements in the Savannah region to hear the struggles of some of these women engaged in shea nut gathering.
For 7 years, Nafisa Wahab and Nuria Zubaida worked in Ghana's capital city, Accra, as head porters carrying luggage to fend for themselves. But they returned home when they realized that the capital city is not a suitable venue to survive as young women.
I was carrying luggage to make some income, then used the small income generated to buy things and returned home. I was doing kayaye in Accra. Prior to that, I was hand-picking shea nuts. It was not fruiting anymore, so I had to leave for Accra.
Both in their mid-20s, they now live in their hometown called Sumpini and Kojope in the Savannah region, where everyone relied on shea fruits for survival. Like Nafisa and Nuria, almost everyone in the villages harvested ripe fruits for sale to earn an income. It is how they have sustained their children's education and maintained their families.
I was collecting the shea nuts and making some money. When shea nuts were in abundance, we could pick them for 1 week and process them to make 1,000 Ghana cedis or 600 Ghana cedis, which you can use for your daily needs. It's no longer there, which is why we are doing kayaye.
They are just 2 of hundreds of young women who migrate to the cities every year, hoping to make a better living. Before being processed, every share in the world passes through the hands of 60 million rural women farmers whose lives, as well as that of their family and communities, depend on shea trees. For women in northern Ghana who hand-produce shea butter in their homes, it is a source of food, medication, cosmetics for skin and hair. But the women do not know why the trees are not bearing much fruits anymore.
The shea tree no longer bears fruit as it once did. This forces us to concentrate on charcoal production. When the shea fruited well, it provided us with financial relief.
As you can see, the tree bears no fruit. Yes, people live for greener pastures in Accra and Kumasi. Those who farm usually go there to work for capital before returning to farm. Women also go there to make money and then return to feed themselves because the majority of them engage in seasonal charcoal burning.
Human activities and bad weather have affected the tree's life cycle and productivity. Demand for lumber and fuel from the tree has increased. Among other things, residents of Sumpini and Kojope are now resorting to cutting down shea trees for firewood.
This is the main source of livelihood for residents here. And residents here say they have no any alternative than to cut down trees.
I have 6 children and I take care of them by producing charcoal. This contributes to meeting our most basic needs. Except for the charcoal production and firewood, I don't have any work. We used to hand-pick shea, but the trees no longer produce fruit.
Salia Attica is a resident who also helps her grandmother sell firewood.
It is wrong to cut down trees because they protect us from the wind. We are, however, compelled to cut them due to hardship. It's been years since the trees haven't produced enough fruit, and some are dying. The only work we do as women is gather shea nuts and sell them. But because they are no longer bearing fruit, we cut them and use the money to support our families.
Here is Hajia Alima Sagito Said, Executive Director of the Savannah Women Integrated Development Agency.
During the share season, you can get women picking on average up to 385 kg bag of share nuts. Some can pick more. Currently, a bag in the open market is sold for 600. That's 85 kg. If averagely a woman is able to pick 3 bags, then you are looking at a woman that would have been earning extra 1,800 cedis from the share. And this goes to so much for the woman, because a lot of women who are into farming practically are hardly able to save up 1,800.
According to Hajia Said, share is cocoa or gold for women of the north, employing about 1 million people. The loss of this natural tree will be a grave injustice to women.
It's also our gold mine. That's our cocoa. The industry employs about 1 million women. And in this industry, all these women see that business as complementary income for their households. Not relying and working on the share means that you would have been denying these 1 million people livelihoods. You would have been denying people education. Because I have been in international forums where even politicians in the north say that but for share probably they wouldn't have completed school.
The share tree grows mostly in the wild, and residents say no one owns it because it germinates, grows on its own, and has no natural enemies. It is estimated that Ghana was home to about 9.4 million share trees, which could potentially yield 100 tons of share nut worth about $100 million per year.
The share nut tree is an economic tree in the northern region.
Clement Matumasin is the executive director for Dream Village, a regenerative agriculture that promotes biological diversity.
This has become so dominant that even people cut down share nut trees to process shea butter. It brings the question, what is the future for a lot of these women who use it as an economic tree? The northern region has one of the highest quality shea nut that is being produced, and unfortunately this diminishing situation of cutting down the trees is also affecting how much shea nuts can be produced in the north.
According to Clement, the alarming number of dying shea trees requires immediate attention.
So this is an alarming problem that we all need to be concerned. We have spoken to a lot of chiefs to try to put a ban on the cutting down of trees in general, but it's also the constant burning of the shea nut trees that is preventing new shea nuts.
Even though shea is a fire resistance plant, but definitely consistency weakens the natural fruiting ability. So we are aware that it's not working the way it should be. The volumes are reducing and we need to take action. So for us, we have a number of savings groups that are also share pickers. So in a number of our interventions, we'll be raising the issues with them to be able to see what other thing they can do instead of just relying so much on charcoal as an alternative. So we are introducing a number of climate-friendly agricultural interventions to them.
What needs to be done specifically will be policy changes, that we make general policies that stops people from cutting down these trees. Apart from that is providing solutions. Introduce biogas system using cow manure, using even human fecal stands, even just...
The share industry is our cocoa industry, those of us in the north. And those of us who are into women empowerment, we see it as a very sustainable and
Venture X card from Capital One gives you premium travel benefits, perfect for seeing Taylor Swift The Eras Tour. Presented by Capital One. Ooh, I do love her. Earn 5 times miles on flights and 10 times miles on hotels through Capital One Travel.
Enjoy your stay in Suite 13.
Whoa, 13? That's Taylor's lucky number. The Venture X card from Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Very sure, guaranteed way of providing alternative source of income for women. So it is an industry we don't want to negotiate. It is an industry that we are calling on government and policy makers and implementers to see it as it is, value it as it is. It can turn around the fortune of the North and also the country.
A report by Mohammed Nuruddin.
Well, the 1998 batch of Awudome Senior High School has handed over an ultra-modern information communications technology laboratory to their alma mater. The lab, equipped with 80 computers and a virtual teaching and learning facility, is expected to enhance training in ICT and improve the general performance of students there. There's more in this report by Fred Kwame Asare.
The Awudome Senior High School in the West District of the Volta region has a student population of about 2,000. The school previously relied on privately owned and a resourced ICT lab for studies. This created a lot of inconveniences which affected teaching and learning due to the inadequacy of computers. Courage Metaku is the Awudome Senior High School headmaster.
So when I came in, we had about only 18 desktop functioning there that couldn't support effective teaching and learning of elective ICT. So the same year, we had quickly have to procure 20 additional desktop for us to have one lab that we used last year to write the exams. But the interest of students to read elective ICT rose very high. So currently we have over 270 students preparing to write 2023 WASI.
In a bid to contribute to the development of their alma mater, the 1998 batch, with support from the 2001 batch, sponsored the establishment of an ultra-modern lab for the school. The president of the 1998 batch of the Old Student Union of Awudome Senior High School, Dr. Gertrude Tofike, said the batch would continue to support the development of the school.
We think that the ICT lab project is very important because we know the role of ICT in our daily lives. Now, we cannot do anything without a component of ICT. And with the current euphoria about AI and digitalization, data science, we need to equip our students. And we think that one of the ways is to have a computer lab for them so that they can start trying their hands at it and get prepared for the world ahead. Our next move is to support the OSWA National to build the clinic project, which is a big clinic we are building for the school.
This system will also support our virtual learning system because we are expecting that there will come a time our objective test will be written electronically. You only come in, sit down, read the question, answer the question, and then the system will mark it for you. So the computers coming in now will come to support our virtual learning project in the school. So in effect now we have 3 labs that we can use for ICT. But our original plan is must have 5 labs. So we still have 2 labs in deficit.
Fred Kwame Asare, Joy News, Chito.
While the Development Director for the UK's Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office in Ghana, Bert Cadman, has assured of stronger development ties between the UK and the Commonwealth community under the reign of King Charles III, Lord Cadman gave the assurance in the interview with JoyNews earlier today at an event in Accra to observe the coronation of King Charles on Saturday.
I think again there will be a continuation, and King Charles will use this opportunity to really put into force things that he is passionate about. Some of the key themes around the coronation events that we've been asked to highlight are those around youth, sustainability, diversity. For example, this week, part of our coronation events in the High Commission, on Tuesday, with the Gar Chief and the Gar community, we did a beach cleanup event. So working with the local communities, giving back as part of the big help out events. And this was a core thing that King Charles asked to be part of the coronation and all of the activities. And around the globe, in all of the diplomatic missions, all across the UK, people are giving back, and this is all of them really embodying the passions that King Charles has already shown us. So I expect all of that to continue King Charles, even prior to coming to the throne, has always been incredibly passionate, just like his mother was, around the Commonwealth, and a real champion of utilising that mechanism to bring together the Commonwealth community. And I have absolutely no doubt that he will continue to do that, elevating those issues, and then looking to the UK policies that then come in through the formal government structures, the International Development Strategy, the Integrated Review, which development is very much a core part of the UK's policies. And now we have this direction and strategy, which means all of us that work in the countries that we do have the strategic framework that allows us to really drive forward action in this space.
You're still watching Joy Newsroom. We're taking a break. When we'll be back, we'll give you business. Do stay.
For crystal clear and thrilling podcasts and live shows, download and listen to us on Apple, Spotify, TuneIn, Google Podcasts, MyJoy Online, Amazon services like Echo, Amazon Music, and Audible, Stitcher, Adom Online, Overcast, and Pandora. Take note of everything. Sign up for the multimedia digital platforms now to stay updated.
We've had news file over the weekend, and an interesting part of the conversation focused.
Oh no, we are out of range.
Oh, don't worry, Daddy. I have Alexa in my bag.
Alex, what?
Alexa, open Multimedia Ghana and play Joy FM.
Super Hits Radio, Joy 99.7.
Listen to Joy FM, Hits FM, Love FM, live on your Amazon Echo. Listen to your favorite multimedia radio stations live on your Amazon Echo device by saying, Alexa, open Multimedia Ghana, play Joy FM or Hits FM or Love FM. Or catch up on your favorite podcast by saying, Alexa, play, and then the name of your favorite podcast from Multimedia Ghana. For a list of all podcasts available, say Alexa. Ask Multimedia Ghana to browse programs.
On air. And we are back like we never lost signal.
Alexa, welcome to Multimedia.
When the happy singer doesn't look happy.
You were singing happy and you weren't happy.
And the praise singer doesn't get the praise from the judges.
I don't like it at all.
You should know there is tension building up. This week on Cues and Lyrics, contestants are tasked to sing Ghanaian songs. Who takes over from Tregan as star performer for the freestyle challenge?
Tregan was tops this evening.
Which of these contestants has impressed you so far? Don't forget to vote for that favorite via shout code *711 *60#. Cues and Lyrics is on Joy Prime this and every Sunday at 8:30 p.m. Join us celebrate our great Ghanaian musicians. Cues and Lyrics, bring on the music.
Cues and Lyrics. Syntax Tank. A strong, a tough.
Joy Prime, your ultimate experience.
Thanks for staying with us. Now, investors on the Ghana Stock Exchange have begun reacting to recent 2022 financial audited accounts of various banks across the country. Most of the banks that released their reports indicated some losses as a result of their participation in the domestic debt exchange program. Now, according to the Ghana Stock Exchange, in its summary of performances for the month of April, both fixed income and stock index market recorded losses of about 14%. There's more in this report.
The GSE Financial Stock Index lost about 48 points to extend the year-to-date losses to 14.34% in response to the latest round of audited full year 2022 results and unaudited Q1 2023 figures released by major banks. The summary April result by Ghana Stock Exchange, Benso Oil Palm Plantation, Unilever, GCB Bank, MTN Ghana and Goil make up the top 5 price gainers of the month despite a decline in general performance. The GCE's fixed income market ended April 2023 with 5.71 billion in volume traded, up 2.51% from the previous month, but down 67.88% from the same time in 2022. Volume and value traded were 5,543,856 and 7,315,977 cedis 28 pesos respectively, both down by over 90% compared to same period last year.
While consumers will begin to bear the cost of new taxes as traders have begun feeling its effect, businesses will not fully bear the cost of the newly amended taxes that were approved for implementation by Parliament. That's coming from the Vice President of the Ghana Union of Traders Association, GUTA, Clement Boateng. He disclosed this to Joy Business in an interview. Well, the Ghana Revenue Authority have begun implementation of taxes despite concern raised by many business communities that it will overburden them.
The Free Taxes, Sustainability and Growth Levy, Excise Duty and Amendment Bill, and Income Tax Amendment Act were introduced to replace some old taxes. Despite series of agitations from the business community and some stakeholders, the levies have been approved and Ghana Revenue Authority has begun implementation. After handing over the mantle of office to the newly elected executives of the Abosioka Spare Part Dealers Union, Clement Boateng hinted they would put up a fight ahead of the media budget review, but for now, the cost will be passed on to consumers.
GUTA is still calling on the government, to have an engagement so that the solutions that we have proffer, government will consider it. So we are looking at the media budget review.
You don't think it's a lost battle because the president has assented to it?
Yes, the president has assented to it, and we know Jerry has started its implementation, but it's not too late. It's not too late. That is why I'm telling you we are still pushing so that if you are able to have an engagement with government, the solutions that we have proffered, we think government will have to consider it. If government doesn't consider it, then we wouldn't have any alternative than to pass on whatever cost that we will incur to the consumers. So for now, that is what is going to happen, because it is natural that for every cost that any businessman will incur, definitely it will be passed on to the consumer.
Top on the agenda for the newly elected executives will be the move to decongest the area to ease traffic flow.
That has to do with the issue of decongestion. That is a problem that is associated with Abosokai, and even though we tried our best to solve it, I think our best wasn't enough. So that is one area that I would like them to liaise with the municipal assembly so that they can rid of the road with a lot of people who have erected umbrellas and are selling on the road, and that's, as we all know, impedes traffic flow. So that is one area that I would want them to, tackle.
In sports, the Black Meteors have been drawn in Group A alongside hosts Morocco, Congo, and Guinea in the Under-23 African Cup of Nations Morocco 2023. Now, Ghana will play Congo in their first game on the 25th of June 2023 before taking on Guinea and Morocco in the other group matches. The Black Meteors sealed their qualification to the 2023 African Cup of Nations after eliminating Algeria by 2-1 on aggregate over 2 legs. Now, the tournament will serve as qualification to the Olympic Games to be staged in Paris in July 2024, as the best 3 teams from the competition will represent Africa. 8 teams will participate in Total Energies Under-23 Cup of Nations, which will take place in Morocco starting from June 24 to July 8, 2023. We're taking a quick breather. When we come back, we'll give you news making rounds around the world.
Hi there, my name is Evans Mensah. I would like to tell you about the Joy News Impact Makers Awards and why you should be excited about it. Because you see, there are people who dedicate themselves to a cause they care deeply about. These are everyday people who go the extra mile to make their communities better. I'm talking about the people making real impact on humanity. The Joy News Impact Award is about these individuals. Many of you have nominated that person you feel truly deserves to be celebrated as a Joy News Impact Maker. Our panel of judges is receiving the entries. In May, 10 of these amazing and outstanding people will be selected at an event that would celebrate their remarkable dedication and service to humanity.
In world news, a gunman has shot and killed 8 people shopping at a mall in the north of Dallas, Texas. Emergency services say hundreds of people were evacuated from the Alien Premium Outlet Mall as eyewitnesses described the man firing indiscriminately at passerbys. A police officer on an unrelated call killed the gunman after hearing shots. Some of the victims are reported to be children. At least 7 people are being treated in a hospital, 3 of whom are critically ill. Texas Governor Greg Abbott described the shooting as unspeakable and a tragedy, as he said that the state is ready to offer assistance to local authorities.
A massive police response after gunfire erupted at an outlet mall in Texas.
Call at the outlet mall. He heard gunshots, went to the gunshots, engaged the suspect and neutralized the suspect.
Hundreds of shoppers were escorted out of the Allen Premium Outlets just north of Dallas Saturday afternoon. Many seen walking with their hands above their heads.
There's this guy dressed in all black, wearing a vest, has an assault rifle, and he's just shooting at people.
The shooting occurred at about 3:30 p.m. local time, with numerous victims taken to the hospital.
Found 7 deceased individuals on scene. We transported 9 individuals to the hospital, to area trauma facilities. Of those that we transported, 2 have since died, 3 are in critical surgery, and 4 are stable.
As the situation unfolded, the city issued a public safety alert warning residents to stay away from the area. Multiple agencies are on the scene to assist in the investigation, including the FBI and ATF.
We have a multi-agency response helping us work the scene. They helped us evacuate the mall. We've set up reunification areas.
Investigators believe the gunman acted alone.
And we don't believe that there's another threat at this time.
Texas Governor Greg Abbott has issued a statement saying, "Our hearts are with the people of Allen, Texas tonight during this unspeakable tragedy," adding that he's offered local authorities the full support of the state. Jim Ryan, ABC News, Allen, Texas.
Now, before we go, many musicians who worked hard in the year under review swept some awards at the 2023 Vodafone Ghana Music Awards on Saturday. Well, Black Sharif Blacko took home the Artist of the Year. Kamido won Afrobeat Song of the Year and Best Collaboration as well. We know King Promise won Album of the Year with 5 stars. Sarkodie took home the Hip Life Artist of the Year award, and PCA Esther won the Gospel Song and Artist of the Year awards. Well, Jackie Faraway won her the Record of the Year. Lasmid also was adjudged the Best New Artist of the Year, with the Album of the Year going to King Promise. Amarado also won the Best Rap Performance. Asake won the Best African Artist of the Year. Now, Kofi Kinata took home the Best Hip Life Artist of the Year. Stonebwoy was adjudged, the Best Reggae Dance Hall Artist of the Year. Well, you can check out all the full list of winners on myjoyonline.com. It was great. I watched the performance. I'm sure Becky will be back on Monday to give you a run on how it all went down. I am Faustina. So for more news, please log on to myjoyonline.com. Good afternoon.